Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video episode of Ninja of the Woods on the Crypto Watch channel on YouTube. I post a podcast today. Actually, it was a live podcast. But anyways, guys, that podcast had the title of Military and Cryptids. In the video, we talked about a sighting from a soldier who was actually a contracted U.S. Army soldier who was put on, I think it was Fort Lewis Air Force Base in Washington State. It was like the western part of Washington. Uh, as far as I can remember, the story was the Air Force Base was like right up near a wooded area near the mountains. They had been doing some military exercises, aka war games as they call them. The soldier, whose name was Edwin Godoy, was actually the man that signed off to take the truck out that day. So they get out there and the truck breaks down, so he has to stay out there that night to keep an eye on the vehicle so that they will, nobody will bother the truck and stuff. Well, he figured, okay, well, that's fine. His sergeant told him, you stay out here tonight. The tow unit will be out here in the morning to tow the vehicle back. And, he says 7 o'clock in the morning. So he was like, he signed up, signed on the dotted line for it. So he had to take responsibility for it. So, but he goes and he's there and he's in the truck. I don't know if he was asleep or what, but he was startled around 3 a.m. in the morning. When he got out of the vehicle, he noticed about 300 meters away from him, there was a tall, huge figure. And he said it took him a few minutes to realize that it was extremely tall, extremely wide, and it was also extremely hairy. And it was humanoid-like. Humanoid meaning it had arms and it had legs and it was standing upright. It was bipedal, as they cryptozoologists classify those animals known as cryptids. So he sees this animal and it starts charging at him. He raises his rifle and he's hollering, halt, identify yourself. He says it 3 times. This thing keeps charging at him. So he says he gets a little startled. So he shoots in the air. And he says by this time, when he shoots in the air, it is still charging at him full speed. So then he feared for his life, so he raises up his rifle and he fires a couple shots. I don't know if it was 1 or 2, but he fires some shots at this creature and it stops and then runs to the right, out of view. He's up. He can't sleep. He's still waiting. The tow truck unit shows up. He's reports what happened to the mechanics there. They go off and talk to themselves and then radio back to headquarters. And then they come back and they didn't quite believe his story until he took them to the area where he saw this creature standing and there was footprints and blood. Not long after that, one of the mechanics went back and radioed headquarters again. So they send out some guys, and what was particular about this was there was some guy in like the Tyvek suits, like the hazmat suits. They were there. They did footprint castings of the footprints. They did samples of the blood, and he said that this blood that they collected that was in little pools was of a darker color, a shinier thing, and he also noted while this creature was charging him, it had blood red eyes. He said they were so bright, it's like somebody was holding a light behind a red light bulb, or some kind of film that you would put over a flashlight. He said they were that bright, and he kind of thought to himself, it couldn't have been the moon because the moon was back behind the creature. It couldn't have, made its eyes shine like that. So this creature had a illumination to its eyes. He gets back to before he gets into the vehicle, the mechanic that had, went with him up there and he had radioed back, told him he needed to go see the colonel when he got back to the base for a debriefing. He thought to himself before he got there, there's not a colonel on this base, but it was it was a naval colonel. He was there. Well, it's either naval or Air Force One, but he was like a doctor, like a scientist thing. Well, they put this poor guy through the ringer. They done saliva swabs on him. They done blood work. They done everything, a physical exam, the whole 9 yards. Some of the questions that they asked him: did he come into contact with the creature? Did he get close to the creature? They even took a Geiger counter. A Geiger counter, guys. If you're familiar with a Geiger counter, I'm not too familiar with them, but I know this. They detect radiation. Like in the old school 1950s movies about aliens and stuff, you would see the guys in the big suits with the big box with the little, looks like a microphone, and they're waving it over to people. That's what a Geiger counter is. A Geiger counter counts radiation units on a person or a place. If there's radiation on a person or there, if it's on the person, most of the time they can develop rashes and stuff, which they asked him that also, if he had developed a rash during the whole process, and he just answered no. So evidently all of his tests came back negative, and in his debriefing, the colonel pretty much threatened him and his family's life, told him he had to keep this all a secret. He couldn't tell nobody. It was in 1978 when this happened, and I have a birthday, May the 2nd. 1978 was when I was born. I just recently had a birthday, like I said, just turned 39, so it's been 39 years ago. 39 years. Could you imagine keeping something to that effect a secret when you're just bursting outside just to tell somebody that you've seen something like this, and you keep it to yourself because you're being threatened by the government? The government hides a lot of things from us. There's no doubt about that. Whether it's Bigfoot, these Dogman, including, one of the most sought after cryptid encounters is UFOs and aliens. For example, Roswell, New Mexico, 1947 crash. Supposedly, these alien creatures or beings were taken out of a spacecraft. The spacecraft was taken to supposed Area 51. We all know, which is famous for, alien aircraft being there. The government's excuse is that is a testing site for weaponry and things like that. This T3RB that's supposed to be triangle shaped, that you hear a lot when it comes to the UFO things. That's supposedly a man-made vehicle aircraft, but a lot of people think it's alien engineered. Who knows? There are a lot of things out in this world, guys, that we do not know about. Like it says in the Bible, God made creatures visible and invisible. That means that there's some you can see with the human eye, and there's some that you can't see. It's just like Sasquatch. I don't believe they're demonic. I don't believe that they are, I don't believe that they're a bad thing. Like I said, and if you'll go back and listen to the episode on Spreaker or on Crypto Watch channel of Bigfoot in the biblical sense, I talk about what I think Bigfoot are. I think that Bigfoot, just here for this video real quick, I think it is a product of the Nephilim with genetic manipulation, which is one of the reasons why God wanted to destroy man. Was just not because man was evil and he sinned in his heart, but it was because of the creations that was taught to the humans from the Nephilim and these fallen angels, and they had all the creatures that you find in mythology that you hear in the stories through Greek and Roman mythology of Medusa, the centaurs, Pan from, the half goat, half man, all those are byproducts, I think, of the Nephilim. And that was one of the reasons why they were destroyed. A lot of people would classify unicorns as being those things. If you read about in the Bible, unicorns are in the Bible, but not like you think they are. What they're talking about is the rhino. A lot of people don't realize that, but that's what they're basically talking about is the rhino. Um, but I'm not saying that there was no such thing as a unicorn, a horse with a, because you see a lot of goats now these days, IS goats that have. I've seen a couple of pictures. I've seen a couple myself that had a third horn that actually grew out in between their two eye horns. Either they go back this way or they go straight back. I've even seen them, with that third horn in the middle. Um, there's a lot of unseen things out there, guys, that we can't see, and we all have to keep in mind that just because you don't see something doesn't mean somebody else hasn't seen it or experienced it. Um, there's a lot of us that our minds are open once they call conscious to the universe. And I know there's a lot of things where everybody says, our vibration gets higher the more and more conscious we are about what's actually going on around us, instead of just, what this little bubble that we live in, this little expansion is a whole lot bigger and broader than what we're realizing. Some people are open to it. Um, some people are not. Um, had a recent visit at the Paramount Lecture Series, guys, with a young lady named Holly Mullins, who was very interesting to talk to. Holly is a psychic medium. She also does intuitive healing. Now, I'm not into. I didn't want to mention it to her, but I'm just going to go ahead and put this out there, guys. Um, I can't say that I believe in psychic abilities. It says in the Bible to beware of psychic sorcerers and things like that. But I believe it has to do with the way you conduct yourself if you're a psychic. If you're actually true and you have a true gift and you're actually using it for good, uh, that's great. But there's psychics have such a bad reputation when it comes to things of being fake and fooling people, which I had a really strong feeling about Holly, that I think she is the real deal. Um, yeah, that's a shout out to you, girl. you know, she's really sweet, and I really like her. I have her on my Facebook. You guys need to check her out. Her name is Holly Mullins. She's an intuitive healer. She does readings. She aligns chakras, things of that sort. I'm not so much into meditation as a thing. If you're not grounded while you're doing these things, it can open you up to demonic activity, which meaning you can open yourself up and also open up doorways that you can't close. Holly can probably teach you how to open these doorways up and close them. Um, I'm not going to lie. What got me into the cryptid stuff along with that was paranormal accounts that I've had when I was younger, which got me into ghost hunting. Um, I've always been a open person. I can feel things, other things that people can't see. I've actually seen things before that other people haven't seen. There's been plenty of times that I've been out somewhere, me and my family been somewhere, and then I just get this, I guess you would call it a premonition that my friend was there waiting on me. And sure enough, when we got there, when I got home, my friend was sitting on the steps waiting on me, wanted to go play or go out and do things. And it's happened more than handfuls of times over the years. Me and my wife, we think about a lot of crazy things at the same time, and she'll be singing her song in her head, and I'll just start singing that song, and we just like really weird each other out. But I believe a lot of it has to do that we're just so close together that we just kind of have this little psychic link. Nobody really knows, how to really say anything about them or anything like that. Uh, but I'm out here today just chilling out with Bella. Some of you guys I'll let you see Bella here. Bella's my chug. She is chilling out over here. Isabella, She's watching a little kid out through the walking through the neighborhood out there. Say hi to everybody but Bill. Isabella. No, she's getting ready to start barking at the kids. She loves babies. She loves kids. Don't matter who it is. I've only seen one person that I know of that she really didn't like. But anyways, let's get back to the thing about psychics. But you guys check out Holly. She has a. I'm not sure about the information on this, but I'll try to get back with you guys next video that I make and let you know a little bit more about Holly. I know that she has a couple talk radio shows, if I ain't mistaken. I'll try to get that information out to you guys that want to talk to Holly. She's like a really good person. Um, Working on with Thomas to try to get some things going to where we can get to some more of these lectures and paranormal conventions and stuff like that. We're going to try to talk Thomas into setting up at Harlan Haunt Fest this year. Don't know how that's going to go. If he may, maybe if he has something else to do that day, maybe I can set up for him, and you guys can come by and just say hi to me and talk about some stuff. Especially when it comes to paranormal stuff, I'm your guy. But we're, like I always say, I myself am still learning the process, even after, 6 years of me doing all the research and then getting into the, doing investigations. I don't have a lot of investigations, maybe 5 on my belt, but they've been some really, really crazy and good stuff. Uh, I know that everybody says that they're expert. They're expert. I'm sorry to tell you, there's not an expert in the field of paranormal research. Everybody is still learning constantly. Hopefully, I can get out and do a couple paranormal investigations with a good friend of mine, Tony Pelosi, who is here in Harlan, who is part of the Harlan County Paranormal. Who I think they have a page. Check it out. It's Tony Pelosi, Harlan County Paranormal, out of Harlan County, Kentucky. Uh, Hopefully, we can do some investigations with him, and we can do some videos and get some things going on. But Ninja of the Woods is just not about Bigfoot. It's about anything, guys, anything. If you guys have questions, if you have just comments on the videos, leave us a comment. I like it when you guys interact with me about things. If you have information to go along with videos, sightings, guys, on my Facebook page, that is Ninja of the Woods. It's facebook.com/Ninja of the Woods. If you have questions, there's a send message button, which is a direct link to me. It sends me a direct message. Talk to me, give me some information. We'll talk back and forth a little bit. Hopefully to have a couple more interviews coming up. Right now, going to try to get something set up with Sam DeLoach of High Knot Bigfoot Group out of Virginia. I met Sam during the seminars and stuff in Harlan. He seems real cool. He's got some good evidence. A lot of callbacks, when he's wood knocks and things like that. He's also been experimenting with dice and sticks and structures and things like that. Hopefully soon to get you guys a an interview with him. Sorry guys, it's getting close to summertime and the bugs are going crazy out here. But hopefully we get some more good things. Notice you guys liked the interview with Thomas Marcum that we did of thecryptocrew.com. Yeah, it's another plug. It's because I'm a member. Duh. But I thank you so much, guys, for watching these videos, giving us love, especially the Crypto Crew, because Thomas works so hard. I mean, he works really, really hard. He's one person that's doing a lot of things. He's doing another documentary film. He's in the process of writing a book. He's got so much stuff that, so many great things coming out. I'll let you guys know when some of these things are coming out. But, support Thomas and the crypto crew. Go down, leave comments, check out the videos, the articles. There's different links and stuff on there that you guys can go out and check out. Let's see, what else can we talk about, guys? This will probably be maybe a one or two, you know, two-part video, but we're just, I'll cover a couple subjects just to make it a little bit. I know a lot of you guys like the conspiracy video that I did, or that one that Thomas did of the Ninja of the Woods on the Crypto Watch channel. Uh, yes, I am into conspiracy. Everybody's like, well, you got your foot and everything, don't you? Yeah, I pretty much do, conspiracies, is, there's a lot of, what really got me started was I'd watched, I don't know, it's been maybe 8 years ago, I'd watched a documentary on the assassination of John F. Kennedy. That sparked my interest in conspiracy theories, because a lot of the things that went through all this, it didn't add up to me. Then I kept hearing little tidbits, watching videos on YouTube, like Lee Harvey Oswald, the guy that supposedly shot him, was actually a tier of hierarchy people, and he was way down here, and there was more steps, more people that were in the middle of that actually used him as an scapegoat to fuel him to want to kill the president when they were actually behind it. Now, that's another conspiracy. I'm not sure. I'm going to do another video to go more in depth on that, because that's just, some of that history conspiracy stuff it's right up my alley. Like I said once before, aliens, UFO, stuff like that. I've actually going to try to get Thomas on here, guys. Believe it or not, Thomas has had a UFO sighting before, and I'd like to do a couple shows of nothing but maybe some UFOs, get some sightings in there, some interviews from a couple people. When I'm doing these interviews, guys, whether it's for Bigfoot sightings or UFOs or just strange cryptids, I don't have to use your guys' names. We have editing software. We can blur out your face. I can always turn the camera towards me as long as you're on there and you're talking about your experience. Or if you don't feel comfortable enough to do that, we can set something up to where you can send us an audio file, or you can, film yourself. We'll give you some questions, and you can just talk about it, and we will break it down for everyone and put it in a video, to where it will, it'll do good. And because we don't want to take and put someone on a video that doesn't want to be on video, which it's nothing. It's okay. You don't have to be on these videos. Even if you do audio interviews, that's great. Most of the time, from now on, as I should say, when I do a video, I would like to at least be there while this person is, there, and I am able to point the camera at me and them ask them the questions and them answer that way. That's fine too, my puppy here, she's trying to get some attention. But she's losing weight too, guys. I've been getting her out and walking her and stuff also. But let's get back to the conspiracy things. I'd like to do maybe a couple videos and go more in depth into the JFK assassinations. Assassinations of Sean Connery. Shaken, not stirred. But anyways, that's a bad impression. But here's one for you guys. Get to the chopper. That's a little Arnold Schwarzenegger there, trying to make it light, guys. Laugh, haha, it's funny, But anyways, but guys, like I was saying, there's so many things in this world that we don't know about when it comes to conspiracies. Like I said, the JFK, the UFOs. There's other cryptids also, such as the Michigan Dogman, the Beast of Bray Road. There's a lot of sightings of supposed werewolves, guys. I mean, I'm actually talking like 7 and 8 foot tall, bipedal, canine creatures. A lot of them are reported as having the bottom half of, a person, a human man and human female even, and like somebody just cut off a dog's head and stuck it on a human body. There's also been a lot of reports of it having a humanoid body, but with the elongated uh, backwards legs like a dog, with a dog head also, kind of like you would see in a movie or something, and that um, I see a lot of people, guys, that do have those uh, sightings like that, possibly could no doubt develop um, PTSD from uh, seeing these sightings and these creatures and stuff. And I recently done a podcast not too long ago, and the episode is on Spreaker.com right now of PTSD and cryptid sightings. Um, I've I wouldn't doubt, because we live in a bubble pretty much, and there's things going outside this bubble each and every day that we don't see, that's going on all around us. And if you see something that you never thought you'd ever see, or something that you've been told and been thought all your life that's not real, um, it does something to your psyche. It does something to your head. Um, I know a lot of hunters that get in the mountains and they have these aggressive sightings of Bigfoot. Sorry, guys, this is a bug. Have these aggressive sightings of Bigfoot, and they're scared to go back into the woods. Or if you see them and they're in the woods, they've got an arsenal big enough. Do you think they were going to go to war? Uh, and I don't blame them. If I had a aggressive sighting of a Bigfoot, Dogman, Sasquatch, anything of the cryptid origin, I would pack the gun I could think to carry. But if you really think about it, there's lots and lots of videos. There's lots and lots of sightings, eyewitness testimony of people and not just people but hunters shooting these creatures, and they act like it doesn't faze them. I notice it a lot in the Dogman sightings, in the werewolf, supposed werewolf sightings. Dogman, hunters are unloading their clips, unloading guns into these creatures, and they act like they haven't been hit, when most of them have scopes on the gun and they're saying, guys, I hit this creature, I seen the fur fly, or I seen blood, and these things just keep going or disappear. It's just, you know you got to think that these creatures, guys. Another one of my theories is on Bigfoot and Dogman being shot. These creatures and animals are so big, they're so muscular. They have to have the biggest adrenal glands ever. I mean, the adrenaline is pumping so hard. Possibly these creatures don't feel when they're being shot by a bullet. You know, but who's to say that a good old sword, axe, or something like that, take a head off a body? I don't care who you are, you ain't moving. You're not moving. But, you know, a good sized good shot, you would think would bring some of these creatures down. And I've heard of testimonies where people have shot at these creatures, not even phase them. That would be a PTSD, situation, guys, right there. That would give me the creeps, and I wouldn't probably ever get back into the. Uh, but as far as I know, around here in this area, Sasquatch that we do have around here in Harlan County and surrounding areas, there's no reports of them being aggressive towards people. They're very, very curious. I mean, you got to think, we're curious. When we see them, we want to get a good look at them. We want to observe them. Well, they're the same way, but they're more obscure to us because of the fact that we're human. They know the things that we can do. They pay attention to when people go into the mountains and they tear down forest. That's their home. Wouldn't you pay attention to? I, for a fact, would pay attention if somebody come in and took my home from me. I would be very upset, to say the least. But we've got to. I'm about 30 minutes in, guys. I'm going to say just a couple more things, and then I'm going to go ahead and end this video, just for time's sake, because Thomas has a, you know, He does these videos for me, and I thank him so much. But me and Thomas are going to try to get down into an area down here below where I live at in Cold Iron. Uh, those of you that watch this video that are from Harlan, you may have heard of this place. It's called Booger Holler, or Booger Hollow for those of you that are like uh, grammar, please. I am a country boy, and I do not apologize for being a country boy. If you can't understand what I'm saying, let me know, and I will try to work on it better to where when I say my jargon, I will tell you in plain English so you will understand. You know what I'm saying? But me and Thomas are going to try to get down to this area called Booger Holler. There's a lot of known paranormal activity up in this area. People seeing shadows, ghosts. Some of my wife's family. I'm not gonna name no names, but any family members that you know that watch this, they have came across a couple apparitions on the railroad tracks during hunting, and it scared them bad enough to where they didn't go back down there no more. Um, but that is, I know for a fact this person is a Christian person, and they wouldn't lie about it. So, but that we're going to. Me and Thomas is also scoping out a um, place area of Sasquatch activity. Uh, if you haven't checked that out, it's on Crypto Crew. It's of me and Thomas doing a research, having a field research day. We done some whoops. We walked around. We got a lot of supposed now, guys. We're not saying that these are footprints and stuff, but supposed, you know, possible signs of Bigfoot and things like that. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching these videos. You just don't know how much it means to me. Leave comments on the videos, guys, whether it's bad or good. If I'm stupid or don't know what I'm talking about, help me out, guys. You conspiracy theorists out there, let me go, guys. Just let me know what you want to see in these videos, what you want me to do. Um, the podcast is coming along great. Hopefully, in the near future, I'm going to be getting some better equipment. Uh, I could possibly soon be setting up a account to have for donations to get better equipment because I'm really restrained now. I'll be actually honest with you guys. I'm using an iPod 4th generation iPod. Yes, iPod Touch to film these videos now and to do a lot of camera work with. Working on getting a laptop. It's possibly coming up soon. I'll have one. But for right now, the iPod Touch is doing well. Hopefully, we can get some better equipment so that I can get better videos out to you guys. And then me and Thomas can start cranking out more videos, doing more iPodcast and stuff, or podcast, I'm sorry, guys, and things like that for you guys. But, what works good for you guys? What do you guys want to see? Do you like the conspiracy theories? Do you like the UFOs? Do you like Sasquatch Dogman? Open your mouth, people. Let me know, guys. Give me comments. Jimmy, you're fat and ugly. Okay, thank you. I know I'm fat and ugly. You don't have to tell me. But anyways, um, on my page, Facebook page, guys, right off the bat, this is kind of a disclaimer. On your comments on my Facebook .com/Ninja of the Woods, I posted a question up on there just a little bit ago. Just so you guys know, this is heads up. There's no bullying on my page. That means if you have a comment, that's fine. But don't go call someone crazy because they have other views than what you do. The question was, where do you think, what is your theory on Bigfoot? Where does he come from? What does he eat? Go on there. That's www.facebook.com/Ninja of the Woods. Tell me what you guys think, about your theories. Tell us some of your theories. As I said before, if you're going to go on there, be a smart aleck, be a troll, you're on the wrong place, guys. I'm going to boot you right off there real quick, fast as it stops. Once again, Guys, I'm going to try to set something up for you guys with Sam DeLoach. Sam DeLoach actually is on. Sam DeLoach is on Facebook. Check him out. Look, check out High Knob Bigfoot Group. Uh, I'm getting to know him and hopefully some of the guys that he does some things with over there. I've heard him talk about this Tracy Arnold a lot, and Tracy Arnold, which I've watched some of his videos on YouTube. Seems like he's a cool dude. He's got some very interesting videos. But we'll start with Sam. Got a couple more videos that I'm going to start doing. A couple guys, maybe another Harlan County boy, Mike Cook of Cook Cryptid Research. Got to get those set up for you guys. Find time with them. But once again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching these videos, listening to the podcast on Spreaker.com, working on getting onto Blog Talk Radio, guys. If I can get on there and get everything started, hopefully within the next month, you guys can get on there, ask questions. I can have guests, all kinds of cool stuff. But thank you so much. Don't forget us once again on Facebook.com/Ninja of the Woods. Sightings, whatever, guys. Don't forget you can see our videos on the Crypto Watch channel. The Crypto Watch channel. Not the, but Crypto Watch channel on YouTube. TheCryptoCrew.com. And guys, be on the lookout for further episodes of video episodes of Ninja of the Woods. Like I said, once again, I'm your host, Jim Blanton. Thank you all so much for your time. God bless, guys. Until the next.